We are looking at a massive geopolitical shift right on our northern border today. President Donald Trump has officially threatened to impose heavy retaliatory tariffs on Canada, fundamentally altering the macroeconomic landscape of North American trade. This aggressive move is a direct response to the dense, choking wildfire smoke that has been billowing down from Canadian forests and northern Minnesota, triggering severe and hazardous air quality alerts across major American cities from the Midwest all the way to the Northeast. The president took to social media to publicly condemn this situation, calling it a clear case of willful negligence by the Canadian government. He explicitly stated that the billions of dollars this annual pollution crisis is costing the United States economy must be forcefully added to the tariffs Canada is currently paying on their exports. Trump went on to accuse Canada of completely failing to carry out basic forest management and critical debris removal, warning that he intends to confront international leaders directly about the crisis. This represents a totally unprecedented merging of environmental disasters with hardline macroeconomic policy. By using the threat of massive trade tariffs to enforce environmental accountability, the administration is putting immense pressure on international trade relations, just as global markets are already feeling the intense squeeze of shifting economic alliances and global supply chain disruptions. Moving overseas, the administration is making a monumental and highly controversial move in the ongoing conflict in Eastern Europe. The White House has signaled a major policy shift, indicating it is prepared to officially grant Ukraine the necessary licenses to domestically produce Patriot interceptor missiles right on their own soil. This massive development comes immediately after heavy overnight Russian ballistic missile strikes relentlessly pounded Kyiv, exposing a critical and dangerous shortage of American-made air defense systems in the region. By allowing Kyiv to physically build these highly advanced, top-tier Patriot missiles themselves, the Trump administration is fundamentally altering the global defense industrial base and shifting long-standing international power dynamics. This strategic move aims to heavily bolster Ukrainian defenses against incoming Russian attacks without requiring the direct deployment of more American military assets or draining our own domestic stockpiles. It is a massive pivot in how the United States manages its foreign military support, proxy engagements, and the global distribution of highly classified military technology. Back at home, the focus has fiercely and rapidly pivoted to the absolute security of our own elections. In a major, highly anticipated primetime address delivered directly from the East Room of the White House, President Trump laid out a series of explosive accusations regarding the integrity of the American voting system heading into the critical midterm elections. He forcefully claimed that the Chinese government has illicitly acquired sensitive voter information on roughly 220 million Americans, engaging in a massive, coordinated campaign of interference designed specifically to undermine domestic political stability and disrupt the electoral process. Furthermore, the president announced that the Department of Homeland Security has identified over 250,000 non-citizens who are currently illegally registered to vote across 4 different key battleground states. In rapid response to these findings, the administration is taking immediate and aggressive executive action. Homeland Security is reportedly ordering states across the country to immediately purge any non-citizens from their voter rolls to completely secure the electoral system before the next major vote. This intense narrative is simultaneously impacting fragile United States and China diplomatic relations, while completely reshaping the domestic political landscape as the entire nation gears up to head to the ballot box. Down on the southern border, the administration is actively declaring a historic, unprecedented victory in its nationwide immigration crackdown. The Department of Homeland Security just held a major press conference to announce a staggering 14 consecutive months of absolutely zero releases at the border. Top officials are proudly stating that illegal border crossings have plummeted by a massive 94% compared to the previous administration, officially hitting levels that have not been seen in over 3 decades of tracking. Domestic drug interdictions are also up by massive margins, with nationwide cocaine and deadly fentanyl seizures skyrocketing as Border Patrol agents aggressively enforce the president's famously strict border security policies. However, this rapidly intensified deportation and enforcement campaign is facing incredibly heavy domestic scrutiny and generating massive controversy. Tensions are rapidly boiling over in major cities following a series of fatal incidents involving immigration agents, including a highly publicized recent fatal shooting by an ICE agent in Maine, and another tragic death involving a fleeing suspect in Florida. While Border Czar Tom Homan firmly defended the agency on national television, urging the American public to patiently wait for the official investigations to play out, vocal critics are rapidly pointing to a deeply polarized, highly volatile environment brewing in sanctuary cities all across the country. Finally, shifting away from politics to a massive cultural and global moment for the nation, the eyes of the entire world are locked on the United States this weekend. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is coming to a massive historic close, and President Trump is slated to take absolute center stage for the event. With the United States proudly co-hosting this massive international tournament, the president will be in high-profile attendance at the completely sold-out MetLife Stadium in New Jersey for the final championship match pitting European powerhouse Spain against South American giant Argentina. This marks a major moment of unified national celebration. The administration is highly eager to project absolute American organizational success, undisputed global leadership, and immense national pride on the world stage, with the president preparing to present the championship trophy as a massive victory for the host nation. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on these massive economic and geopolitical shifts, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, drop a like on this video to support the channel, and let me know down in the comments which of these massive Trump policies you think will impact the future of America the most.